Hello everyone, I'm Dave, and this is Dave Plays Minecraft, episode 10 of my Minecraft Let's Play series on Bedrock Minecraft. So, in this episode, what we're going to do is try and light up this village, so that way we can let the villagers out, and if we have time, we'll try and breed them and see what happens. But I'm going to be hopeful that we'll have time. I just don't know. So let's get right to it. So the first thing we need to do is to explain what a light grid is for those that don't know. And if you do know, I'm sorry. This is episode 10 of a survival let's play, and we're doing a lot of basic stuff. But I want to go ahead and teach while I go. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you that I've put up a fence wall out of cobble. I did mine a lot of cobble when I was mining on my Twitch stream. So I went ahead and did a wall around this place. As you see right here, it comes this way, it goes all the way back there. And you can see there's a fence wall going that direction. So it just kind of makes a rectangle around the place. Over here is not so rectangle-ish because the terrain was a little odd. So I just kind of stuck to the terrain here and went around the hill. So anyway, we've got a fenced-in village. I need to get a gate for right over there. But we have a fenced-in village. We got some villagers blocked into the buildings right over here and right over there. But anyway, if you are new here, welcome to the channel, and you can probably find a link up in the corner or something to the playlist for this series if you want to start at the beginning. Or you can check out some other content on my channel, and we're going to need to get some more food. I'm running low. Again, this is only episode 10. These are 30-minute episodes, so this is like 5 hours in on this world. But anyway, so before we get started on this torch grid, you can see behind me here on the ground, I've placed a couple of torches here. Well, a few torches just to kind of start the grid. But in case you don't know what a light grid is or how the lighting system works in Minecraft, let's go ahead and hop over to the wiki real quick. And we're going to take a look at that. And I'm just going to show you what you can do if you don't know. So you go to minecraft.wiki, and that's the official Minecraft wiki now. It's not fandom. And I'm so glad because I don't like the fandom site. Anyway, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. So you go to minecraft.wiki, and then let's just get that out of the way. I'm in night mode, by the way. There's a little sun and a moon up here. So this is what it looks like. Sorry, I had to cough there. So I like to go into night mode, just looks better. Anyway, if we go and we type into the search bar right here, the word light, and you choose this first option right here, then you can read all about the light, the lighting engine within Minecraft. So if we just look at this first sentence here, it just says light in Minecraft affects visibility, mob spawning, and the growth of some plants. Okay, it's pretty basic. If we go to light level, you can read all about light levels and the difference between that and skylight. But for this episode, all we need to focus on is there's 16 light levels from 0 to 15, right? And with a torch, the light level is 14. And it goes out from the torch on all the adjacent floor blocks in all 4 directions for 13 blocks, right? So that's really all we need to know about that. And again, that's the Minecraft wiki. You can read about light, which is really interesting because, it's not just for learning about, different tools and blocks and things, but you can learn about topics like that. But anyway, let's hop back over into my creative world real quick. So this is a little creative world I made so I can do a little light tutorial. And let's see if there's anything else I need to grab. Probably done with these. I'll just get them out of the hotbar. All right, so you can see it's nighttime. I set it to night. Sun's not going to come up. Let me get my bearings here. So I have a yellow block down here where we're going to place the torch. And I want you to look where the red blocks are exactly 14 blocks away. Remember, the wiki says the torch puts off a light level of 14. But I want to show you something. So I place the torch. Notice how the light goes just to the edge of the red blocks. See that? That's because the block that the light is on, or the block the torch is on, counts as 1. So instead of 14 blocks of light, it's including this block here. So you're really going 13 blocks out. So this block right here is 13 blocks out. And you can see there's just a little bit of light on that block compared to the ones just beyond it. So there's no light on this one technically. This is a light level of 0. So if we had mob spawning turned on and we were to go over this direction, at least I think 23, 24 blocks, then the game could possibly spawn something on this block here. I'm just going to go up here so you can see this light from one torch. Look at that. That's pretty good. Now, used to, mobs could spawn at a light level of 7 or less, so that made things very confusing. But now, mobs only spawn on a block with a light level of 0. Now, if we were in Java Minecraft, I could bring up the debug screen and we could see exactly what the light level is. But in Bedrock Minecraft, you can't do it. So you're going to have to rely on game mechanics and just knowing how this works. Okay, so if from this block, this torch puts off 14, so then you go 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 13. And this is the last block that has light on it. It actually comes right to the middle of the block. You can see there that the colors change. This side is lighter green, this side's it's more of an olive green on that side, and then really like a forest green on that side of the block. I don't know if that's easy to see on the recording or not because it's really dark right now. But anyway, so if we were to put another torch just beyond that light spot, so now that it's overlapping, so now we have light now going in that direction, and the light comes this way, but you can see it kind of overlaps. You can see how it makes like this weird shadow effect on both sides over here, right? So if we put another torch on this one, now we have this dark line right here. Now the problem is, I don't know the exact light level because we're in Bedrock right now, but the problem is that somewhere right around in here is going to be like a 0, right? We don't want that. So when we're lighting up, we do a grid. So when I light the village, I'm going to do a grid. So what we do is we come from here, from this torch, and we come over. Here, let me get on the ground so we can do it down here. We follow this row, and we come over until we line up with that light right there. So let me get rid of these. Grass got in my way. So like right here should be in line with that one. But anyway, so now we have a grid. So it's 4 corners. So we have a grid, the beginning of a grid. Technically, as you build more squares to it, then you have a grid. But you have this light level right here in the middle. See how dark that is? Yeah, I don't trust that. That's pretty dark. This is probably a light level 0. I wish we could actually measure it, but I can't right at the moment. But it is definitely dark. And I don't like that, especially if you're trying to light up a village, because you don't want zombies to spawn and you don't want the villagers to die. So what we're going to do is we're going to be on the safe side and we're just going to reduce this sum. We're going to go out, we're going to put a torch, say, instead of on the 13th block right here, we'll put it on the 12th block right there. So we'll do every 12. So if we brought that in by 1, 2, let's bring this one in by 2. 1, 2. Did not mean to do that. 1, 2, right? And also we got to bring it in that direction by 2. 1, 2, right? So now it's in here. We're going to bring this one in. 1, 2. So that's 12 blocks from that first one. That should be block 12 because this is 13. So now we've got a torch at 12 blocks away in all 4 corners of our grid. We still have a little bit of a dark spot right in the middle. Okay. I don't know that this is completely dark. And I don't know if I have a plugin installed right now that I have, I forget what it's called. It's like Util Light. Yeah, I don't have that installed on this creative world, but I have a light meter, which is part of an add-on that's on my survival world. So we will craft the light meter and we'll be able to test this and see what the light level is. So we can go around and check and make sure that everything is, the way it should be. But anyway, what I'm thinking is just to be on the safe side, we could do torches like say every 6 blocks, right? Because that's going to be really good if you do it every 6. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that puts you at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every 7 blocks, there's a torch, right? But you just go forward from the one you just placed and count 6. And on the 6th block, you pop one down. And if you do that, what you're going to end up with is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 every 12 blocks, right? But you have a torch in the middle too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And see, you end up with a torch in the middle, and then you can just put one here. Oops, let's try to keep it in line. And so we come over to this side, we do that. Then we come over to this side, find this torch here and come over, we do that. And so now you have a 6x6 grid. We don't have any dark spots whatsoever. Now the only problem with this is I'm on episode 10, like the very beginning of the survival world. I don't have a whole lot of coal or wood for that matter to make sticks. So either you have to stop and put your village on hold and do a lot of mining and harvesting trees in order to get enough wood for the sticks. Then you can make enough torches to do a full village with a 6x6 torch grid. But if you don't have enough and you just need to get it lit up and safe, what do? You eliminate the extra in between and you check with a light meter and see, or if you're playing on Java, use your debug screen and look at your block light level and see if that's safe. Now that should be safe. Now, according to the wiki, you can also count diagonally, but it goes down by 2, I think. So it'd be from this one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm in the middle, so this is a light level of 12, supposedly. And then you go back 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And we're back at another torch, which is putting light this way as well. So it should be just fine. There's a bit of a shadow. It's a little scary, but it should be fine. And again, we're going to double check it with a light meter before we let it get dark in the village, back in the Let's Play world. So let's go ahead and jump back into that world real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back in the Let's Play world, in my survival world, and I've got 35 torches on me. So let's try and figure out this torch grid real quick. We have a little bit of time left. So I've already started with a few, so we wouldn't have to count them out right now. I put one back in the corner where I've got my fence wall at. Figured why not? This is a good starting place. I also need to make sure we don't let it get dark. We got about 30 seconds and I gotta get in bed. So anyway, this way is about 12 right here. Yeah. This is 12 blocks from the other one. So this is out 12. If we wanted to do 6, it would be somewhere like right around here, I think. But I don't have enough torches for that at the moment. And I don't even know if I have enough torches doing it this way to do the whole village, but I'm going to get as much as I can done. Then I will probably be streaming later this evening, doing some mining and trying to... Hey, how's it going, man? What do we got? We got some flowers, red sand, oxydaisy, some beetroot seeds, mangrove, propagules. That's awesome. If I had 5 emeralds on me, then I could grow mangrove trees. All right, buddy. I'll see you later. See you around sometime. Okay, so as I was saying before the sun interrupted me, we have 12 blocks between these two right here. So technically, I have 12 between this one and that one. And then we need to do one over on this side as well. And what I'll do, since this is in the way, I'm going to use the coordinates. If you look in the top left corner of the screen, we have coordinates turned on for our position. And so I can see that when I move left and right, that third number moves. Okay, so I'm going to see what row this is in. So I step into this row. This is 107, that third number. So if I just go over here and I line up with this torch, this is why we do a grid. I line up with this torch and I go to 107, which is right here, this block. I put that down, and then you can see the torch right over there. And this torch lines up with that torch, and now you have a grid. And I've got an extra torch here I can take back. There's enough light going across from there to here. We're going to have a little bit of a dark spot like right around here. And so what I do, just to be sure that we don't have problems with obstacles, is I'll just go ahead and I'll put some torches if I have extra later. So I would just do like the four corners of this, just to be safe, right? It does take more torches though. So what I'm going to do for the meantime, let me grab these, is I'm not going to put the torches on there. If you've got the torches, I suggest doing it. If you've got enough torches to do a 6x6, I'd just do that and be safe. Because there's one other thing that we didn't talk about in the tutorial, and that is as the torch light moves across, now we can go this way 13 blocks, right? But when you hit a block that goes up or down, you have to subtract one, an additional one. So if we go, hi pig, he wants my carrots. So if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, instead of saying 6 right here, you've got to subtract an extra one because you're going up. So I'm on 5, so really it's going to be 6, 7. So now it's 7. You've gone, you've only gone 6 blocks, but it's like you've gone 7 because this one went up 1 from where the torch is at. So then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you got 12 here, but did I explain that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one would be 6, but it's not because it goes up. So it would really be 7. Yeah, because you got to subtract 1 as it goes up. Because it could be 6 right here, but it's really 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. That's right. So I think earlier I was setting these at 13, and this one just happens to be at 12 from that one. So let's see where that one's at. Yeah, okay. I readjusted them. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try with my 35 torches, and I've got a little bit of coal and some sticks here. I'm going to see how much I can get done, and I'm just going to do this at a 12 by 12 grid, and then we're going to see where we're at. I'm going to have to go back to the mine over there and collect some redstone, I think maybe a little iron. We're going to try and craft one of those light sensors. I'm not really sure what it takes, but we're going to figure it out. So just hang out with me, and I'll be right back and show you the results of my light grid if I can. All right, be right back. Okay, so I'm not quite done yet. I just got started and I realized there was something else I wanted to show you guys before I tackle this whole village. And let me just get to that. Let's see if I can hit the right. There we go. All right, so what I decided to do was go ahead and follow this street, road, path, whatever you want to call it. There's this path here with the village. And so since I already had a torch from that corner over 12 blocks to that one, and it just happened to be on this side of the road, I really like that. So then we go another 12 blocks, we put a torch, another 12 blocks, we put a torch, and we keep doing that all the way down as far as we can go. I figured this is going to be great because then we can just line up the rest of the grid with this kind of a center row. So I would advise doing that. It makes things easier if you just start with one row. Now, I would probably start on one side of the village, but since we have a lot of obstacles here and the walls right over there, I just decided to do it on this side because getting around these obstacles and buildings and counting is just going to be a little tedious to show on the camera here. So let's go ahead and come back this direction. So now that I have a torch here, if I went this way 12 blocks, then there's a torch, and then you go another 12 and you place a torch. But if you want to then do the next row out across, all you've got to do is go over to where you ran this way, right along the road, and then you count in 12 blocks, put your torch, but you can actually just look to see where the other torch is. So then we just go this way, and you would stop and look over, and you can see your torch up there that you did for that row, right? and then just put this torch here. And so it makes it a little easier. So for example, let's do the next one. So I come over here. And sorry about all the sunflowers. I don't want to tear them down yet. I think they're nice and I like them. They grew here naturally, so this is Sunflower Village. But anyway, so now I have this torch, but I want to take it this way. So instead of having to count 12 blocks, I know that I'm in this row, which is, if you look at the position up there, it's 143, right? So if I come over here and I'm like, all right, where's that torch at? That torch is over here. So if I'm looking at the torch this direction, and now I go this way, you can see the first number moves in the position up in the left corner. So if we figure out what row this torch is in, it's in negative 258. So negative 258, I don't want to step on these crops, negative 258 over to 143, right? And so there's supposed to be a torch like right there, but you can't place a torch on a path block. So it kind of wants to go there, and I'm just going to put it right on top of there. So it's a little bit off, but since we're doing 12 in between and the light will actually go 13, I think this is going to be okay. But what we could also do is you can actually just place a block right on, let's use this wool. We can just place a block right on top of the road there, and it gets rid of the path block, right? And then you can just throw a torch if you want. If you don't like it looking like dirt, you could even put like a grass block next to it and let it, grass go over to it. But I think right now, just trying to get this place lit up before it gets dark on me and it's actually time to sleep. Let's go sleep. But for now, I think it's going to be fine. It's not going to hurt the road. If you're really worried about looks, there's like other ways you can do it, but this is going to work for now, right? So there was a couple of options there, and I'm going to go with that one. But if we stay in row 143 and we come out this way, there should be a torch like right, and these crops are in the way, right here in row negative 270. So negative 270 is where I'm at. So that's 170, that's 69. So negative 270, and then row 143, we already know is just right along here. So what I'll do is I'll just pop that block right there, get rid of the path block, throw down my torch, right? So I don't have to sit and I can just run around and look at the coordinates and use the coordinates to make a grid. Give me that torch. And you don't always have to count these, but you can keep them in row with the grid lines, right? So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. I'm going to finish getting these torches put down, and I'll be right back. And it's getting dark, but I think I got all the torches in place, so let's take a look here real quick and make sure. I have my sword out. Now the villagers are inside their huts, so it's going to be okay if we get some spawns. We're just going to have to watch out for creepers. But we've got some dark spots. I did go ahead and do the full 12 in between, so technically it's 10 in between, but anyway, it's 12 from the torch. So we could count 12 this way, even though we're going uphill, right? Even though we're downhill, because I wanted to illustrate this to you. So even though we got 12 by 12 torch grid, okay, we still end up with these dark spots. And the dark spots are what I'm worried about. It might be okay and it might not be okay. I don't know yet, but we're going to find out. So let's see. I know we have a zombie behind me over here. And if we look around, let me adjust my mic a little bit. There we go. And if we look around going this direction, I'm going to keep our eyes open here. It's really dark right here. Up here, we're looking pretty good. Fed some pigs some carrots down here as they had a baby. Let's get this XP. All right. So yeah, it didn't take too many. I did have to craft some more torches. And so I do have an extra stack on me here. And we're not done yet, but I wanted to include you in this part of it because I want you to see how this works. See how the mobs are spawning outside the wall over here. But we're still looking pretty good in here. Now we have a dark spot here, but more so like in this area. And we know we had some over there. But since I came over here, we got a wandering trader over there that just spawned. But I don't see any zombies. I don't see anything spawning in these dark areas. So it looks like it's going to be okay. I did go ahead and put torches on the corners of some of these planters, and I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that now. So I just want you guys to kind of follow along with me as I do this. So since I have the extra torches, it doesn't hurt since we're doing such a big torch grid, or well, since it's so spread out. Oh, hey guy, do you want to give me that shovel? I could use another shovel. My shovel's about dead. Come here. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. Oh, it went down with him, but he didn't drop it. Oh well. It's all good. We'll get more later. So let's do the four corners. See, that just gives us a little extra light. And you can see that some of these buildings already have torches on them. I think I ran through here earlier in one of the other episodes and put some torches on these buildings. But what you do is if you just go around and just on the four corners of the buildings. Hey, he's got a shovel. Let's see if we can get the shovel. Come on, guy. Drop a shovel. Here, let's do a crit on you. Oh no. No shovel. We gotta watch out though, because if a creeper walks up to this fence or a witch, I'm gonna be in trouble. Alright. So I'm just gonna go around. Did we do this one? Let's do torch on here and here. It's a little overkill in here because there's so much, I mean, there's not so much space in here. Like one torch would really do it. We could put them on the front, maybe. And maybe on the back, but not on the sides because these are so close together. So let's get rid of the one on the side. And this one has one on the front. So we'll come around here, witch check, creeper check. Just do it on the back side. But we do have a little space here, but we also have this torch right here. So I'm not going to worry about one on the side either. Let's save a torch. Put it on the front. There we go. So you just kind of, there's a witch over there. Isn't that fun? So let's say that, you're limited on resources like I am. I used absolutely all of my coal to make these torches, but I'm going to need these in the mine anyway. So I was like, whatever, I'm going to go ahead and use my coal. I do have like a piece of coal left back at the base, and I can cook up some logs in order to make charcoal if I need to use coal to cook any food, but we're surviving on vegetables right now. I've got carrots and plenty of wheat. I'm going to make some bread and all that before I go down the mine. But anyway, so I'm going to run around here, and we're just going to do the four corners on these planters. That's what we call these. These are gardens or garden planters or raised beds or something. And then make sure we also, because we've got some dark spots like right back here. So we just want to put some torches on these buildings anyway. So maybe, I don't know, if we line up with the torch that we have in the row and then run straight over to the building and just like put one right there like that. See, then this lights up this area. So we'll go this way and then maybe go this direction and put one there. See, that definitely gets you some more light, and it doesn't look bad. We're not just spamming torches wherever. I think it looks nice. We do have some dark areas down here, and this right here is really ugly to me. I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and like just level this out and make it more of a, I don't know, less of an eyesore. But I'm not doing it right now. Don't worry about that. I'm just going to run around here. Let's see. If we go this way, though, I do want to make sure that there is enough lighting. So if we start from this torch and we go that way, you can see there's a torch behind that sunflower right there. So that's 12, right, from this one. But if we go 6, because it's a hill, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we put the torch there, so that's 6. So it's exactly in the middle between those two, right? And that gives us enough light right in this area. You could also just go right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could drop one right there. So you could either just put it on the path or stick it to the block right there. But I'm just going to put that block to get rid of that path block like we did earlier. Plop it down that torch. And that's just kind of a temporary, just to make sure we've got enough light in these areas. If you're wondering what that is, and in a previous episode, I found out that little pond right here that we put a cobble wall over the top, it's actually a giant cave of water, like a water-filled cave or whatever that's underneath this entire village, it seems. But anyway, so back to running around and putting torch light. So I went ahead and put torches on the side of this one too. And I'm not going to put any on the church there because this light covers this area really well. Making sure we don't have anything. I did put a torch on top of the hay. But when I use the hay, if I get rid of it, it kind of looks cool here. So I might leave it. But if I need to use it, I'll use it. And then I'll just move the torch down to the ground because it lines up with the grid. And I did go outside the fence wall because the number of torches here, this was 12 out, so I did that. And so I went outside the wall and did those, and that's going to be fine. Look at all these zombies heading over here. And that's going to be fine because I will get back outside the wall and I will go ahead and extend that out a little bit and up over this hill just to keep things like creepers from spawning and walking down here. And obviously, if you had a villager standing out here and the zombie is wearing armor, he could just walk right up and hit the villager, and then the villager turns, and guess what? He's going to turn the rest of the villagers. So we're going to want to make sure we don't have anything spawning too close to the village while you're here. And that way the game probably won't spawn anything if it can't spawn anything closer to the player. So over here's the same kind of thing. I did this planter right here. And you have a situation where you have a torch like right here. And when you go this direction 12 blocks, it would be like inside that building. So instead, we'll do the same thing we did before, and we'll just follow this row right over here and just pick, I think about right about there, and just put a torch. So it lines up with the grid, but it's also just supplying enough light right back here that you just don't have to go around every corner in the building and do light. We just kind of stick with the grid. Put one there. And back here, I'll do the same thing. Come over here. Go this way. I can't put it where the window's at. So maybe just right there. That's fine. Eat carrots. And oh, look at the time. Look at the time. 6 a.m. But yeah, so I'm probably just going to go around and finish making sure that I have lighting on the buildings where needed to line up with the grids. What row is this? We are in row 179. So I'll do that, but I think for now, this is the end of the episode. We're at 32 minutes. I'm trying to do half-hour episodes. To be honest, not a lot of people watch till the end. So if you've watched to the end, if you're still here with me, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, you should drop a comment. Say hi. If you want. You don't have to, but you should. And if you haven't already, please, if you like the content, like the video. It really helps me a lot. This is a small channel. I'm just getting started with this, and I would really appreciate it if you like the video. If you watch till the end, you probably like it. I don't know. But anyway, make sure you subscribe, check out the rest of my content, and there should be some links on the screen here for my current Let's Play series playlist. That'll start you at the beginning. If you just got here and found the video and you want to watch the whole series, go for it. There's also another playlist that is for the multiplayer realm that I haven't played on in a while, but it's about a 4-year-old realm, and I've got a lot of farms and some machinery and different automations and villages and castles and all sorts of things and other players. If you want to check out that playlist, it's also on the screen. It's the World Tour series, and I'll be adding more to that as I have time as well. But anyway, if you're still here, I really appreciate you. Thanks a lot. This has been fun. I'm Dave, Darkwing Dave, and I'm out.